So Amazon advertising gives you a lot of data about your campaigns. And this data is actually pretty useful for optimization and also for taking the data outside of Amazon to use for expanding your publishing business. And let me show you what I mean. So first, when you start an Amazon advertising campaign and you log into the Amazon Ads console, it will look something like this. This is a list of all the campaigns I have running for a certain product line that I have going on. And you can see there's a whole bunch of data over here. Maybe you can't see because it's a little bit small. Actually, let me blow that up. Okay. Impressions, clicks, click-through rate, spend, cost per click. And then when I click on one of these campaigns, like Google SB, this one right here, you can see there's even more data. So these are the keywords I'm using: Sheets, Office 365, Gmail, Google Sheets for Dummies. Okay. And then it shows impressions, click-through rate, spend, cost per click, sales. All right, that's very, very useful. In fact, maybe I can actually take a look at this and determine like, oh, wait a second, Gmail, this particular keyword, it's not really resulting in any sales. I've had 225 impressions last month, 4 clicks, nobody actually ended up buying anything. So I can just turn it off. Okay, so I've just turned off that particular keyword. Maybe for another one, I'm finding that it is effective. So this one, Sheets, is very effective. So maybe I want to increase the bid level for it. So I'm going to optimize it by increasing it to 66 cents and saving it. That's the basic of optimization. You're looking for keywords that are performing well and others that are not performing well and making some decisions about that. Okay. So there's lots of different terms that Amazon uses that you'll need to learn. Budget means how much money you're spending per day, the maximum. Impressions, how many times your ad appears. Clicks is a separate data point. You might have 100 impressions, but only 2 clicks. So that is the click-through rate of 2%, as I just showed right here. How much you spend in a specific time period. Successful orders that were completed. Sales. This is worth mentioning. When Amazon says sales, it doesn't mean your net. It means Amazon's gross sales. In other words, if you're selling a book for $10 and you sell 5 books, your sales will be the gross sales on Amazon, which is $50. However, that's not your net because Amazon hasn't taken out its costs that it will charge you, and there may be other costs as well. For instance, your production costs, paying for advertising and whatnot. So just keep that in mind when Amazon says sales. ACOS and ROAS, ROAS, these are different ways of calculating the return. I'm going to get to that in a little bit because some of these terms can be a little bit misleading. The other thing that's really important to understand actually is there are some metrics that Amazon does not give you that you will need to calculate on your own. The first one is conversion rate, the percent of product page visits leading to a sale. I've explained that elsewhere in this free masterclass, but this is a really important term to determine, and you can determine it. It takes a little bit of work, a little bit of math, or a little bit of spreadsheet magic, but it's not that hard to do. Spend per order, that means how much you're spending for each sale. And net profit. And net profit is something only you can calculate. Only you know what your net profit is. But just to show you, net profit and spend per order work together. If your net profit for a book is $5 and your spend per order is $7, you're losing money on every single sale that you're making using Amazon advertising. So that's why these 3 data points are so important to understand. Here's an example of me creating the spend per order as well as the conversion rate for an Amazon advertising campaign. In Amazon advertising, they let you export right here. If I want to, I can export the keywords from this particular campaign or for all my campaigns. Click on export, and then you'll be allowed to save that data. Okay? But once I get that data, what I do is I upload it to Google Sheets, or you can use Excel. I create a separate column, and then I calculate the spend per order. So spend per order is basically just taking the spend, the total spend, $344, and the number of orders, and then I come to this particular data point. Conversion rate is if I have 1,000 clicks and I have 100 orders, that's about a conversion rate of 10%. What I do is I start to look at the spend per order and the conversion rate to see if there's a problem. And here's a problem. This particular book, actually it's not a book, it's another type of product. The spend per order is $13 and the conversion rate is 2%. At this spend per order, I'm actually losing money because my net profit is far lower than $13, okay? And this conversion rate, I can just tell there's something wrong, okay? So this is the type of data that you can use to maybe determine that this particular advertising campaign needs to be disabled, or you need to do something else to get the spend per order to make it cost less. Maybe adjust your keywords or something like that.
I hope this video helped you a lot. If it did, please consider liking it and sharing it with other people. And also, there are many more videos in the totally free Amazon Masterclass. Hope to see you soon.